All right, let's talk about design. All right, so I did some work on the backside because I'm not telling you anything about myself. Sorry, bro. I don't need. All right, let's do this. Oh, they have a GitHub integration. Oh, I got to look into that. I haven't seen the announcement yet. Too busy building stuff. All right, so I knew that I was like, it's go time, right? Like cars, we've had a lot of car bills. Luckily, partner's been handling. She makes enough that we've been able to kind of move and shake. Okay, but like it's time to make some money from this stuff, and so I outlined like 4 projects that I need to basically close out, start marketing. But closing out and start marketing means I need to now start focusing really heavily on product design and landing page design. So So let's talk about landing page design. So this is a new landing page for Double Me. So I have a landing page that is essentially like a cool, mysterious thing right here. And you scroll down and it's kind of like a hidden like Easter egg thing. But then when I send people to places, I when I see someone who could really use Double Me, like they're complaining about the inbound they get or whatever, like I'm gonna do that. And actually, right now, I need to. No, I'm gonna do that later. I need to write an article about how we're building essentially the superhuman for phone calls instead of emails. That just popped to me while I was in the shower, like after my workout this morning. So this is what we did. I will give you an update on something that's interesting. So I went in here. Okay, now I have on diffs. So I was trying to build a landing page. I basically told it, hey, I want a landing page on my sub domain, which is app.getadouble.com, because I want to send people to it, and kind of worked with ChatGPT to kind of to build out what certain aspects of it should be as far as like the copy is concerned, and kind of went back and forth with that while I was at a tire place because 2 of our tires worn out, third one popped, and so on the way to the tire place the third one popped. So then I was like, just replace all 4, just run it again, Jose. That's a joke from Kev on stage. Okay, so it was messing up, it wasn't capturing what I really wanted, and essentially I was letting it cook. And so what I ended up doing, that I thought about late, because it was making small incremental changes, and I thought this isn't the way that I want it to be. And so I tried doing the inspector, didn't really understand how it worked, didn't really have time because I was at the tire place while I was doing this landing page for a couple of hours. And finally I was like, wait, it just created a new landing page file in the code base. Why don't I just turn off diffs, go to settings, turn off diffs, sorry, turn on dynamic reasoning, and just have it work on the landing page. And then when I'm done, turn diffs back on. And that made a night and day difference. Like night and day. Because essentially what you want, at the beginning of every project, you should probably turn on dynamic reasoning. And then turn on diffs once you got everything set. So I have everything set on my project right now, as far as a login, but I recently wanted to come out and build a landing page. And actually, after doing it this time, I really believe that that's probably the best move. Kind of like how I believe that you should wait to put Superbase in until the very end of the product. Same thing for like user tiers and stuff like that, which we will eventually do for Double Me. But right now, we don't need user tiers. We're just gonna manually charge people right now because we want to see what our cost base is going to look like, because we have no clue how people are going to use it quite yet. And so what I did is I turned on dynamic reasoning, and this is kind of what it came out to. And I didn't know what the look and feel was, but I wanted the look and feel to be similar to our product. However, I wanted there to be some extra like things on it, and I didn't know what those things are. So I kind of let it determine. I let ChatGPT basically came over here, ChatGPT, and said, hey, I wanted to be like IDO, the old school gin lane, which is now pattern, Red Antler, department, party. I basically looked up some of these brand studios. It was like, hey, like, can you help me pull from these things and give me kind of the tools, the design philosophy, things like this to do it. And so I went back and forth with it a few times actually. Because is it on here? I might not be on here. This is the landing page. I went back and forth with the landing page a lot of times. But down here I kind of like said, yeah, how do we build the design, look and feel? Okay, so this is what it gave me at first. And then it gave me kind of like the layout and everything. So I put this in first. And essentially, it's saying right here to instruct a agentic coding platform on how to craft the look and feel of the landing page. You want to deliver precise layered guidance that spans aesthetic tone. Anyways, you can read that. Or you can pause and read that. And then, so it went from there to give me a design brief. So I put this in. I really wanted it to be kind of like a sense of like, I really wish we had a better thing, but Bolt right now doesn't do really well with images. And I don't feel, I know that you can like upload it to Stack Blitz or some way. I know that I could probably get an AWS and put it on an is it S3 or something like that, and then give Bolt the URL link to the picture. Like, I know there's lots of ways to do it. I just don't want to do any of those right now because that's not the point. The point is to get the product to work. And so I didn't want to waste any time, but everything else I like a lot. I like how, and by the way, this looks much better on mobile. I couldn't believe it. In fact, I wanted to go in and change how it looks on desktop for mobile, but then I thought again, this is just an MVP. It does not need to be perfect. But on mobile, this website, perfect. On desktop, it's a little iffy because you know it's responsive, but it's like it really needs to be designed separately for like I need someone to go in and design it separately. Okay, so this is really cool because it used to say like some like cheesy like 625 people are here, and I was like, I don't like that. Let's make it the demo. So when someone clicks that, it automatically opens up into a phone call where they can talk to the double that is the sales. So it's the sales version of the double. When I start with one double for this one and this one, I'm gonna have it actually tied to 11 labs, and I'm gonna create a double that is specifically designed to onboard someone onto this platform. So I'm gonna go to ChatGPT and I'm gonna say, hey, I'm building a double. I mean, I'll just do it right now. This isn't designed, but I'm building a double to help users of Double Me get onboarded to the platform. What questions do I need to ask them? Because essentially I'm going to make a double for the onboarding. Does my double need to ask them? So I'm going to ask that question first, and then I'm going to say what questions should the what questions should the double be prepared to answer? So this is saying you want to onboard, it says collect user contacts, clarify the double. Full name, email, phone number. Okay. Okay. Cool. We don't this stuff for the scheduled meetings. We don't need that information. Okay. How could we ask them how much they plan to use their double? How many calls they expect their double to make? How many inbound calls they expect their double to take each week? How many outbound calls do they expect their double to make each week? What is their monthly budget for a double? Okay, so we'll have this going to help us make sure that we can get the right plan for them, because we're basically going to custom build these. Everybody that gets onboarded this early, we're going to create a double, and it's going to be custom built because we aren't sure how much we're going to get charged right now, because essentially they're going to be using OpenAI integrations, Twilio integrations, and 11 Labs integrations. And so we need to kind of make sure we understand what their needs are going to be so we know how to price it. And then we'll probably have to eat it on the first few, or we'll overcharge and then give them a discount for later. Because I know how they all add up as far as all of the tokens that we do. And I need to build a spreadsheet on how many tokens each thing is going to cost per minute of call. That would be really helpful. So that'll be something to do later. And then what else? How can you think of 15 to 20 questions that they could ask in the onboarding chat with the double? Can you answer each of these questions? Fortunately, at this point, every single project that I work on, for every single one that has a double, because why would I not create a double for every single project that I'm working on, right? That doesn't make any sense. That's the point of building Double Me, was actually to sell reference one. And now, I now have a salesperson that can answer calls on any of these projects and any of these websites. Anyone can talk to my double. It's fantastic. Or a double, because I can create unlimited doubles for every single one of these, which I think is awesome. Or I think it could be awesome. You might think it's super lame. But like for founder PR, like why would I not create a double that can answer questions about like PR and become not a PR expert, but kind of like answer the questions for them? I think that would be really interesting and really cool for founders. No, I want 20 questions that the user could ask the double so that we can start creating their knowledge base. Also, you give me 6 versions of the initial message that the double should say to the user. What? What? No. What are you doing, bro? I'm looking for questions that a user would ask someone when getting onboarded to a tool like Double Me. How are you not? What is happening? How are you not understanding what I'm saying? Yes. Good night. Now answer the questions. How are you losing the thread? How about this? Can you think of 35 more questions? You write the answers to each one of these questions. I'm going to use 04 for this answer. Oh, was that right? Yep. Okay, so that's the end of that. Let's go back to design and let's look at what we got here. I think right here, like I said, I'm going to add a double. See it work in real time. Here's the problem with putting a double in here. Is like I'm not sure that I could create a double and remove 11 Labs branding on it. I don't think so. Because right here, I had him call a number. So here, let's go in here. See what we got. Oops. Nope. I just be burning all these credits that I have on 11 Labs. I don't know why. I think I'm paying for something that I really wanted, but then wait, what if I built a... Yeah, I can build an edge function. If I take this widget, it's going to look like this. Or it's going to look like this in the bottom. It's going to say powered by 11 Labs. I don't want that. Nope. I don't want that at all. Okay. Visit your shareable link, shareable page. Okay. No feedback. Full? What does full look like? What's compact look like? How do I remove... How do I remove the 11 Labs thing? Huh. Okay. I think I know what I have to do. I think I have to build it custom. Which is fine. I just don't want to do that. I wonder if I can just do a here, let's just ask it. How many tokens do I have still? 13 days. Last time I had to use 17 million tokens in 7 days. So I need to probably start building some stuff. How do I write edge functions in Bolt? I want to incorporate 11 labs into my landing page. Oh, I didn't know they had a help doc. Oh, integrations. Look at this. Oh, still can't do individual organization level GitHub accounts. Boo. That's what I can start doing is like moving the repositories out of I also don't know how the Stripe works. I feel like I'm learning so much right now. I already have a Stripe. I already have that. I already have that. Apply section. What? What do I need? Superbase. Huh. Interesting. All right. Not even close to what I need to do right now. So I think I might create an edge function, but how do I do it without completely messing me up? Huh. Okay. Okay. On my landing page, there's a button that says start with one double. I want when a user clicks that button for a pop-up modal to happen where they can talk with an onboarding double. The pop-up needs tie into 11 labs, which I can get you the documentation for. Let's see. Widget. Nope. Or do I? I don't think I want the widget, right? Oh no. This is about my pay grade. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. Because I don't want to mess with the backend. I already have the backend set up. All right, let's just see. Let's just see if it's gonna screw me over or not. This. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens. Jeez Louise. Oh man, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous for real, for real. Because I don't want it to change anything, and I really want this to work. Because I do not want to build out a backend for this. I'd rather not. I prefer not to. Now I will, because I want this thing to be branded properly. And part of being branded properly means not giving up the goods on how I built this thing. Okay. Let's log in. Okay, when I click, wait, hold on. When I click the start with one double button on the landing page, it opens up a modal that is the login modal. I want it to activate this widget. See what you got, Bolt. Oh, it was still working on the landing page. Oops. Oh no. That's the worst, y'all. Y'all have no idea. The worst is because it's still working on the code on the landing page. I just essentially wrote over top of it, which means it has a chance of writing again over top of it because it's not finished yet. Oh man, that never goes well. Never goes well. Because like this is already done. Yep, see? Yeah, I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. Like the second one was already done before the first one. And what I always try to do is anytime that I'm going to something and I know I changed something specific, if it is not already changed by the time the preview loads back up, then I go back to, like, I'm out of practice. I go back to the where it's supposed to be and I check to see if there's still a spinning circle. And if there is, that means it's still writing code. And if there's not, then it means that there's an error. Yeah, now I just broke everything. Oh man, what a rookie mistake. Let's stop it all. Stop it all. Stop it all. Go all the way back up. Oh man. That's so crazy. All right, where's my rollback point? Stop. Okay, now I gotta refresh. Oh man, that's so frustrating. Because, and the reason why it's frustrating is because one, that's a rookie mistake, and two, the chances that I broke something is now very high. because this thing is not a person, right? I just put something in flow. While it was in flow, I put another command on top of it. And now, as you can see, it's freaking out. Oh, man. Okay, well, not the end of a great video, but hey, this is what it's like to build with this type of stuff, man. If you didn't want to do this, learn to code, I guess. But I'll take this over trying to raise funding to hire an engineer when it's almost impossible for black founders to raise funding, especially if they're not technical. And so I'll take this over the many times that I've tried to raise funding for different ideas. Even though I have the acumen to be able to build it and recruit and sell it and everything, I couldn't code. So to me, like, I'll take this over this bullcrap. I'll take it over not being able to build anything and not being able to kind of show off like what I can do and how I think and how I process different integrations and innovations and, you know, all these things that I've always wanted to be able to do. I've always wanted to be able to be hired to be a product manager, but I've never been able to, not technical. Like, I'll take this. So I'm about to probably go debug this for the rest of the time. I don't have time to debug this, but you know, that's what happens when you make rookie mistakes. You now got to deal with rookie problems, and now it's throwing off a network error. This is going to be fun. It's probably going to take a while.